Greetings, Earthlings! So here I am outside, beautiful view. Not so beautiful view is me, as usual, and my skin. And putting on a bathing suit, I've noticed, really makes you learn a lot about yourself from your skin. And like, your skin can tell you a lot of stories about yourself that unfortunately most of the time you already know. Like, my face tells the story of the fact that the universe itself hates me and curses me with acne every time I open up this camera. And then this spot on my arm right here is from this really weird bug bite that I got that I'm not really sure if it's toxic or not, and I'm not sure I should have a panic attack on it or not, but more about that later. And this drawing, there's a drawing on my arm. I don't know if you can see it. Says that I shouldn't be hanging around in my sister's room when she has a pen and she's bored and has nothing else to draw on. And this scratch across my face over here says that I had a jagged hangnail and I didn't bother to cut it, and I did one of these with my hair and I'm wearing it as a scar. And the mess all over my foot of like mangled hanging skin shows that earlier today I was walking Sparky, as I normally do a couple days a week, but I had to do an extra day this week. And we passed by this truck with a dude in it, but neither Sparky nor I realized that there was a dude in the truck. And so the dude like said something to us, or he moved his arm, I'm not sure. I had my headphones on, listening to something else, so I wasn't paying attention. But like whatever it was startled Sparky so bad, and he like jumped, and then he skittered and ran. And so when he jumped, he came back down on me, and his toenails like took the like flesh off my feet. Plus he weighs like a lot when he comes down on you that hard. It's like, it was fairly unpleasant, and my foot still hurts a lot. But yeah, I mean, my skin could probably tell more stories going back into older scars, but that's just from this week. So now that I'm done, you all should examine your skin and see what type of stories it tells. You can comment that, or you can not. I'm not really sure I'm that interested, to be honest. After hearing how those stories sounded, not really. Do I look as horrible today as I think? Yeah, I do. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm a bit stressed. And I just decided that it doesn't matter if I look horrible. I'm going to make a YouTube video anyway. And when I post this is going to be my last video before I go for my gum surgery. So bye guys. I hope I come back. No, I'm planning to come back. It's a very, very simple procedure, and nobody has probably ever died from it except for me and my imagination. So I will be posting videos after that, although I'm not really sure if I'll be able to talk that well. And I am looking into lining up a guest host for the next week after my surgery, so you probably won't see me like this talking to you until sometime in August. Again, I act like I must be so famous and y'all must care so much, and meanwhile, like, probably nobody cares. Okay, I'm sorry, I cracked myself up by acting like that. So my show's so important that I need a guest host while I'm recovering from surgery. Okay, yeah, we got that over with. So getting into my slightly more serious topic for this week, which was my original topic for this week, which is tied into all of this except for maybe skin stories, except for the skin story about the bite, which is my anxiety, or anxiety in general. And my anxiety has been a lot worse in the last year or so than it has been for the last few years. It used to be pretty bad when I was a kid, and then I got myself straightened out. I prayed more, and I got to a point where I wasn't really having a ton of anxiety all the time. Excuse me, even about things that normally would have, what the heck was that, caused me angst before. And now, you know, a few different things happened in my life. I got really, really sick last October, and it freaked me out, and I had a really, really high fever, and it freaked me out, and other things happened relationally with my friends, and I just got traumatized. And now it's like kind of a slow climb back up there to stop being anxious and actually going from having anxiety attacks for no reason to going out and doing really scary things like surgery without hyperventilating myself into a state of deadness. I laugh about it like it's funny, but it's literally not funny. It's not funny. And we're making arrangements today for my plane tickets for my Wisconsin trip next month. And I can't say that I'm not a little bit anxious about flying as well. And like the whole thing is like, it's that thing where you're excited but you're also freaked out because there's like so much stuff I have to remember and blah blah blah. Anyway, I'm sure I'll talk about that in a video when it's closer to then. But what I really wanted to touch on was, as a Christian, which I am, and I do, you know, believe in God and everything like that, I really shouldn't be having anxiety just from logic, from my own religion, my own belief system should be such that, you know, if I claim to believe that God is sovereign over everything and over my life and everything that could ever happen to me, then I shouldn't have anxiety about stupid things or big things or anything, because, you know, he has ultimate control over what's going to happen to me either way. So, I guess this is kind of just a pep talk for myself, or I talk to other Christians out there, that you can never remember this too much if you're somebody who's prone to having anxiety or in the middle of an anxiety attack or whatever. If you believe in God, or heck, even if you don't, he does exist. So, you know, you can always reach out to him, and he does hear us all. So I kind of have like a personal challenge to myself to always remind myself when I want to panic about something that the worst thing that could happen is I could die, but if God doesn't want me dead, then I won't die, and if he does, then I will, and I can't stop that from happening. And ultimately that shouldn't even be the worst thing, because, you know, you go up there, you're gonna be with him in heaven, whatever, it's gonna be great. So like literally there is no worst thing, and you just have to tell yourself that there's nothing that is the worst thing that could happen here, so just calm down. And that's easy for me to say to myself now while I'm floating out here in the middle of this peaceful pond, just admiring my zits and scars and whatnot. And when nothing really traumatic is happening to me, but it's gonna be hard for me to remember that when I'm laying in that chair next week and I have bits of my mouth getting cut out and sewn to other bits of my mouth. Yeah. Or when I'm flying however many, was it 40,000 feet in the air? I mean, there at least I can remember that I will die closer to God, and not that that really matters, but I just thought that would be funny. A funny way to think of it. But yeah, I would challenge or suggest or challenge, whatever, all of you who have anxiety or have those type of moments, to just remember that God is there. There really is no worst case scenario. He's got you no matter what. And even if you have like a different type of anxiety than I do, because mostly my anxiety is about like health and health related things, or like accidents, things that could happen to me physically, like could the surgeon's scalpel slip and like cut out half my teeth? That's the kind of thing that I worry about. Or like, will I have a heart attack, whatever, because of my like heart palpitations, that kind of thing. That's the kind of thing that I worry about. But if you have like social anxiety, whatever like that, if you just think about God and remember about like how God created you, and you're still super important in his eyes and everything, and how he didn't make you to run around being socially anxious and afraid of everyone. I mean, I went through that stage too, okay, so I get that. That's also something that if you just remember God, it gets you through it. And yeah, I can pretty much 100% recommend that. There are probably tons of Bible verses, some that I know but I don't know the reference for, because apparently I'm a really horrible Christian and I don't know the references for a lot of verses, or I know the reference but I don't know what verse it ties up to. I'm sorry, I try. I am so horrible. I have numeric dyslexia so bad. That is a thing. It means that I transpose numbers no matter what. I cannot remember a phone number right. I cannot remember a license plate number. I tried to remember my social security number earlier because I didn't know if I was going to need it for booking my plane tickets and stuff. And I said it backwards. I said it 100% backwards, and I thought it was correct. So, yeah. Numeric dyslexia, it's a thing. Not really sure why I just got off on that rabbit trail, and my battery is dying. What is wrong with this camera? Crap, I don't want to get a new camera. So this is Rose Doodles signing off, saying I don't want to get a new camera, but I'll probably have to. I think I just saw a turtle fall off a log over there. Poor baby, I hope he's okay. And cast all your cares upon the Lord if you have anxiety, and read your skin story.